The rain fell hard on the zinc roof that evening. Each drop sounded like a warning, like God himself was trying to tell me something I wasn't ready to hear. I sat on the edge of my bed in our small room in Onitsha, my hands shaking as I held the small white stick. 2 red lines. 2 lines that changed everything. 2 lines that would tear my world apart. I was 17 years old. My name is Chidera. Chidera Okafo. And that night, sitting in the dim yellow light of our single bulb, I knew my life would never be the same. Outside, I could hear my mother, Mama Nkechi, stirring her evening soup in the kitchen. The smell of ogbono drifted into our room. My younger sister, Nkechi, was doing her homework on the floor beside me, her tongue sticking out as she concentrated on her mathematics. She was only 12, still innocent, still safe in the world I was about to lose. "Sister Chi, abeg, help me with this number," Nkechi said, looking up at me with those wide, trusting eyes. I quickly hid the pregnancy test under my wrapper. My heart was beating so fast I thought it would jump out of my chest. "Not now, Nkechi," I whispered. My voice came out strange, broken. She looked at me with concern. "Sister, are you crying?" I touched my face. I didn't even know tears were falling. "No, just something in my eye." I turned away from her, facing the wall. "Go and call Mama for me. Tell her the soup is burning." "But it's not..." "Just go!" I didn't mean to shout. Nkechi's face crumpled with hurt, but she stood up and left the room quietly. I heard her small feet padding toward the kitchen. Alone now, I let the tears come. Silent, heavy, each one carrying the weight of everything I had done, everything I had lost, everything I was about to lose. His name was Chukwuemeka. We called him Emeka. He lived 3 streets away from our compound. He was 23, tall, with a smile that made my stomach flip. He sold phone accessories at electronics market. He had dreams of traveling to Lagos one day, maybe even abroad. He had dreams, and I was foolish enough to think I was part of them. It started 6 months ago. I had gone to buy a phone charger for Mama's old Nokia. Emeka was the one who attended to me. He smiled at me that day, really smiled, not like the other boys who looked at girls like we were meat in the market. His smile was different, warm. It reached his eyes. "You go to Jubilee Secondary, Abi?" I said. "Yes, SS3. "Ah, senior girl, preparing for WAEC?" "Yes." "You go do well, oh. I feel see am for your face. You be serious person." That was how it started, with a compliment, with kindness, with attention I had been hungry for all my life. Mama was always busy. Papa died when I was 10, killed in a motorcycle accident on his way back from the farm. After that, Mama became both father and mother. She sold akara and moi moi every morning. She washed clothes for the rich women in GRA every afternoon. She braided hair every evening. She never stopped working, and she never stopped being tired. I understood why. We were poor, very poor. The kind of poor where you add water to soup to make it last 3 days. The kind of poor where you wear your school uniform until it becomes almost white from washing. The kind of poor where dreams feel like luxury. But understanding didn't stop me from feeling invisible. Emeka saw me, and I fell. I started going to his shop after school. He would buy me fine yogo and meat pie. We would talk about everything. His dreams, my dreams, the wickedness of the world, the beauty of life. He made me laugh. He made me feel important. 3 months into our friendship, he kissed me behind his shop. My first kiss. It was raining that day too. I remember thinking it was romantic, like something from Nollywood films Nkechi loved to watch. "I like you, Chidera," he had whispered against my lips. "I like you too," I had whispered back. 1 month later, in his small room in a face me, I face you compound, with afternoon sunlight streaming through torn curtains, I gave him something I could never take back. I didn't know it would only happen once. I didn't know that 2 weeks later, when I went back to his shop, I would find it closed, locked, a new padlock shining in the sun. "The boy don't travel," the neighbor told me. He don't go Lagos, say he won't try his hand for better business. Travel? When? Last week. Did he leave any message? For anybody? For me? The man looked at me with pity, the kind of pity that told me he had seen this story before, many times. No, my daughter, he don't leave anything for anybody. I walked home that day like a ghost. My body was there, but my spirit was somewhere else, floating, drowning. 2 weeks after that, my menstruation didn't come. 3 weeks after that, I vomited my morning garri. 4 weeks after that, I bought the pregnancy test with the money Mama gave me for kerosene. And now, sitting on my bed with rain falling like tears from heaven, I knew the truth. I was pregnant. I was alone, and I had to tell my mother. I waited until Nkechi was asleep. She slept like a baby, one leg thrown over her pillow, mouth slightly open, soft snores filling the darkness. I loved my sister. I would die for my sister. And now I was about to bring shame on her too. Mama was in the kitchen, cleaning up from dinner. I could hear her humming one of those old church songs she loved. Onyenkem, Chinekem, Onyenkem. My God, my own, my God. Would he still be my God after tonight? I stood at the kitchen doorway, my wrapper clutched tight around my chest. Mama looked up from the pot she was scrubbing. She smiled at me, that tired smile that had aged her before her time. She was only 41, but she looked 50. Life had beaten her, and I was about to beat her again. Chidera, you never sleep? Mama, I won't talk to you. Something in my voice made her stop. She put down the pot slowly, dried her hands on her wrapper, looked at me with those sharp mother eyes that could see through lies, through pretense, through everything. Wetin happen? Mama, abeg no vex. Chidera, wetin happen? Her voice was harder now, afraid. Mama, the word stuck in my throat like bone. Mama, I dey pregnant. The silence that followed was the loudest thing I had ever heard. Mama didn't move, didn't speak. She just stared at me like I was a stranger, like I was something she didn't recognize. Then, slowly, she sat down on the small stool beside the kerosene stove. Her legs seemed to give way beneath her. Waiting you talk, she finally whispered. Mama, I sorry well. I no mean for. Who? The shout made me jump, made me start crying properly now. Who be the bastard? Who be the goat where do this thing? Him name na Emeka. Him dey sell phone for electronics market. But mama, him don't travel go Lagos. Him no know say I belle. Shut up. I shut up. Mama stood up. Her whole body was shaking like she had malaria. You, Chidera, you where they suffer for. You where they break my back for. You where they go market for rain and sun just make I fit send you school. Now you? Mama, I sorry. Sorry for waiting. You know waiting you don't do? You know say you don't destroy yourself? You don't destroy this family? Mama, I beg. How far the belle don't stay? I think say 2 months. Mama laughed, but it wasn't a real laugh. It was the sound of something breaking. 2 months. You don't carry another person speaking for 2 months. You know if you tell your mama. I been dey fear, mama. I don't know how to talk am. You don't know how to close your legs too, Abi? The words hit me like a slap. Mama walked to the window, looked out at the rain. When she spoke again, her voice was different, cold, decided. Tomorrow, we go come meet Mama Daisy. Mama Daisy. Everyone knew Mama Daisy. She was the woman women went to when they had problems. The woman who sold herbs, who knew which roots to boil, which leaves to grind. The woman who could remove mistakes. Mama, wetin we won't do for Mama Daisy house? Mama turned to look at me, and for the first time in my life, I saw something in my mother's eyes I had never seen before. Hate. She said simply, we go comot that thing for your belly before it spoil your life finish. I didn't sleep that night. I couldn't.
I lay beside Nkechi, I hand on my stomach, feeling nothing yet, but knowing everything. There was a life inside me, small, helpless, depending on me. And my mother wanted me to kill it. No, not kill. That was too strong a word. Remove, comot, like it was a tumor, a disease, a mistake. But was it a mistake? I thought about Emeka. I hated him. I hated him so much my chest hurt with it. He sweet-talked me, made me believe I was special, made me believe we had a future. And then he ran away, like a coward, like the wind. But this baby hadn't done anything wrong. I had done wrong, Emeka had done wrong, but this baby was innocent. I thought about my future. I was supposed to write WAEC in 3 months. I was supposed to pass. I was supposed to go to university, make somebody, make up for all the suffering my mother had endured. How would I do that with a baby? How would I sit for exams with a swollen belly? How would I study with a crying newborn? How would I make money when I couldn't even feed myself? The questions came like rain, each one heavier than the last. But beneath all the questions, beneath all the fear and confusion and shame, there was something else. Something stubborn. Something that whispered, "This is your child." I thought about Papa. He died before he could see me grow up, before he could see me become somebody. But I remembered his voice. I remembered how he used to call me my daughter of joy. I remembered how he used to say, "Chichi, you go be great person for this world. I fit see am." Would he want me to do this? Would he want me to comot my own child to save my future? Or would he want me to find another way? I didn't know. God, I didn't know. I turned to look at Nkechi sleeping beside me, so innocent. She didn't know that tomorrow her sister might become a murderer. She didn't know that tomorrow everything would change. "I sorry," I whispered, to my stomach, to the baby that might not exist by this time tomorrow. "I sorry, say I bring you to this wicked world. I sorry, say your papa na coward. I sorry, say your mama na foolish girl. I sorry." The tears came again, silent, endless. Outside, the rain fell. Inside, my heart broke. Morning came too quickly. Mama woke me up before dawn. Her face was set like stone. "Wear better cloth, we dey go." "Mama, abeg, make we talk." "No talking, get ready." I dressed slowly, my hands shaking. I wore my blue church gown, the one Papa bought me before he died. It still fit even though it was old and faded. I wanted Papa with me today, even if it was just his memory. Mama Adeze lived in a compound deep in Fege, the kind of place respectable people didn't visit in daylight, but shame had stripped away Mama's respectability. We walked through the early morning streets with our heads down, 2 women on a secret mission. The compound was dark even in daylight, crowded, smelling of urine and decay, and something else, something like death. Mama Adeze was a small woman with tribal marks on her face and eyes that had seen too much suffering. Her room was cramped and filled with bottles and jars and calabashes. A single candle burned in the corner, making shadows dance on the walls. "Mama Nkechi," she greeted like they were old friends. Maybe they were. Maybe Mama had come here before for her own mistakes. The thought made me sick. "Mama Adeze, thank you for seeing us." "No problem, my sister. Now wetin bring una?" Mama gestured at me. "Na my daughter, she carry belle. I wan make you help us comot am." Mama Adeze looked at me for a long time. I felt like she could see into my soul, see every mistake, every regret, every fear. "How far the belle don stay?" 2 months, Mama answered for me. Mama Adeze walked to one of her shelves, pulled down a dark bottle. "E fit paint small but e go comot." She named her price. It was expensive, very expensive. Mama counted out the money slowly, money she had probably saved for house rent, or Nkechi's school fees, or food. I wanted to die. "Drink this one today," Mama Adeze said, handing me a cup of black liquid that smelled like poison.
Tomorrow, the bleeding go start. After 2 days, everything go come out. Come back if you get any problem. I stared at the cup. My hands wouldn't move to take it. Chidera, collect am, Mama said firmly. Mama, collect am. I took the cup. It was heavy, heavier than it should be, like it contained not just herbs, but the weight of a life, the weight of a choice I couldn't unmake. Drink am, Mama ordered. I raised the cup to my lips. The smell made my stomach turn. I could feel Mama watching me, could feel Mama Adeze watching me, could feel God watching me, could feel my baby watching me. I opened my mouth, tilted the cup, and then I don't know what happened. I don't know what force took over my body, but I threw the cup. Threw it so hard it shattered against the wall, the black liquid splashing like blood. I no go do am, I screamed. I no go kill my pikin. The room went silent. Mama's face went from shock to fury. Chidera, wetin you do? Mama, I no fit do am. I no fit kill my baby. Make God punish me, but I no fit. You don't comot sense. You think say you fit born pikin for your age. You no even don't finish school. I know, Mama. I know say I mess up. I know say I disappoint you. But this baby no do anything wrong. If you want punish somebody, punish me. No be the baby. Punish you? Now you I dey try to save. Don't you see? This baby go spoil your life. People go laugh us. You go become nothing. Nothing. Then make me become nothing. I was crying now, screaming through tears. But I no fit kill my pikin, Mama. I no fit. Even if na only this one thing I fit do right for my life, make I do am right. I beg, Mama. I beg. I fell to my knees. Literally fell, my legs giving way beneath me. I knelt before my mother, before this woman who had given me life, and I begged. Mama, I beg. I could do anything. I could stop school if you want. I could go work. I could hustle. But I beg, make I born this baby. No kill am. I beg. Mama stared down at me, and I saw it. The moment she broke, the moment the iron wall she had built around her heart cracked, tears rolled down her face. Tears I had never seen before, not even when Paka died. You don't destroy us, she whispered. You don't destroy this family. Then she turned and walked out, left me kneeling on that dirty floor in Mama Adeze's room. Mama Adeze helped me up. Her face was softer now, almost kind. Your mama go come around, oh, she said quietly. It dey always hard for first, but she go come around. Now she pikin you be. But I wasn't sure. As I walked home alone through the streets of Onitsha, the morning sun burning my eyes, I wasn't sure of anything anymore. Mama didn't speak to me for 3 days. She cooked but didn't serve me. She washed clothes but not mine. She existed in the same house with me, but I had become invisible, a ghost. Nkechi knew something was wrong, but she was too afraid to ask. She split her food with me when Mama wasn't looking, hugged me when I cried at night, my sweet little sister. On the 4th day, Mama finally spoke. Pack your things. I looked up from the mat where I had been lying. Mama, I say pack your things, you know they hear? Mama, please, where I go? She laughed that bitter laugh again. You first think about that before you open your legs. Pack your things and go meet your baby papa in Lagos. Make him take care of you and him pikin. Mama, I don't know where I make her day for Lagos. He no leave address, he no leave anything. Now your problem be that. This na my house. I no fit feed you and your bastard together. The word hit me like a stone. Bastard. My baby. My innocent baby. Mama, you be Christian woman. How you fit talk like this? Christian? Mama's voice was ice. You sabi Christian? When you been dey fornicate, you remember Christian? Now where belly don't catch you, now you want to remember God, abi? She wasn't wrong. I had no defense. Mama, where I go sleep tonight? I don't know. That one na between you and your God. That night, I packed my small bag. 2 wrappers, 3 tops, 1 skirt, my school uniform, my Bible. Everything I owned in the world fit into one small Ghana must-go bag. Nkechi cried when she saw me packing. Sister Chi, you dey go where? I no know, Hechi, but I go dey okay. You go dey okay too. I beg, no go. I beg Mama, she go forgive you. But I knew better. Mama's heart had turned to stone. The mother who had raised me, who had sacrificed everything for me, was gone. In her place was a stranger who could throw her own daughter into the street. I slept under the shop veranda that night, then the next night at the back of our church, then in the uncompleted building 3 streets away. I discovered what it meant to be truly alone in this world. People who used to greet me crossed the street when they saw me coming. Mothers pulled their daughters away when I walked past. Even the boys who used to try to toast me now looked at me with disgust. Now that Chidera where they get belle the one where Mama come out for house, ashawo, prostitute, because I loved one boy, because I made one mistake. I wanted to die. God, I wanted to die so badly. Every night I thought about it. Thought about walking to the bridge over River Niger. Thought about jumping. Thought about ending it all. The shame, the hunger, the loneliness, the fear. But I would put my hand on my belly, feel the slight roundness beginning to show, and I would remember I wasn't alone really. There was someone depending on me. Someone who hadn't asked to be here. Someone innocent. So I kept living. I begged. I washed plates at the local buka for scraps of food. I fetched water for the old woman who took pity on me. I survived. And my belly grew. 3 months into my pregnancy, I was sitting under a tree near the market when I heard a voice.
Chidera. I looked up. It was Sister Adana, one of the women from our church. She was Mama's age, but unlike Mama, her face was kind. Sister Adana. She sat down beside me, uninvited. Just sat down like it was the most natural thing in the world to sit with a disgraced girl under a tree. How you dey? I laughed. A small, broken sound. How I dey? I dey for hell, Sister Adana. Na there I dey. I hear wetin happen. Your Mama talk am for church. Of course she did. Of course Mama had told everyone at Winners Chapel about her wayward daughter, about her shame. Make she talk wetin she wan talk, I said bitterly. Everybody don't know already. Your Mama dey suffer, Sister Adana said quietly. She dey suffer? Me I dey suffer. I know, pikin, I know. She put her hand on my shoulder. But your Mama dey suffer too. You no be the first girl where this thing happen to, and you no go be the last. But for her, na like her own dream don't die. All the things she planned for you, school, university, good job, good husband, all of them don't disappear. Na so she see am. So she supposed to throw me away? Her own daughter? For street? No, she not supposed to do that. Sister Dana's voice was firm. Wetin she do no correct. But pain they make people do foolish things. We sat in silence for a while. Then Sister Dana spoke again. Where you dey sleep? I shrugged. Anywhere I fit find. Come stay with me. I looked at her in shock. Sister, I say come stay with me. I get one small room for my backyard. It never dey occupied. You fit stay there. Help me with small housework. I go give you food, roof over your head until you born. Tears poured down my face. Tears of relief, of gratitude, of something that felt almost like hope. Sister Dana, God go bless you. God go bless you well. No cry, my pikin. God no go forsake you. Even when person forsake you, God no dey forsake him own. That night, I slept on a real bed for the first time in weeks. A thin mattress in a small room, but it felt like paradise. And for the first time since this nightmare began, I felt something other than despair. I felt like maybe, just maybe, I would survive this. Sister Adana's compound became my refuge. The small room she gave me was clean and simple. Just a mattress on the floor, a small window that let in morning light, and a wooden cross on the wall. But it was mine. A place where I could cry without judgment, where I could pray without shame. I helped Sister Dana with everything. Swept her compound every morning, washed her clothes, helped her cook. She sold fried yam and akara at the junction, and I would help her prepare everything before dawn. My hands would smell like palm oil and onions. My back would ache from standing, but I was grateful. So grateful. You no need to work so hard. You dey carry belle. Sister, you don't help me. This one a small thing. But it wasn't just gratitude that drove me. It was fear. Fear that if I stopped being useful, she too would send me away. Fear that I would end up back on the streets, back to sleeping in empty buildings and begging for food. So I walked and walked, until my hands cracked and bled, until my legs swelled, until I was so tired I could barely stand. My belly grew bigger. By my 4th month, I couldn't hide it anymore. People in the compound stared openly now. Some women would hiss when they saw me. Useless girl, no shame. Some of the men would look at me differently, like I was already ruined, so what did it matter? One evening, as I was washing clothes at the compound tap, a group of young girls walked past. They were my age, maybe younger. They wore school uniforms, they carried textbooks. They were living the life I should have been living. Ah, see that one. One of them said, loud enough for me to hear. See her belly, a shower. They laughed. That particular kind of laugh that cut deeper than knives. Now so I hear am too. Useless girl. And now see ham, they wash cloth for person compound. If na me, I for don't kill myself. How she fit stay for this world with that kind shame? I kept my head down, kept scrubbing the clothes, kept pretending I didn't hear. But inside, I was dying. Dying from the shame, dying from the judgment, dying from the constant reminder of what I had lost. That night, I cried until I had no tears left. I held my stomach and I apologized. I sorry, baby. I sorry say I bring you into this wicked world. I sorry say people go laugh you. I sorry say you no go get papa. I sorry say your mama na failure. I sorry. But even as I apologized, something hardened inside me. Something angry. Something that said, no more. I was tired of being apologizing for being human. Tired of being made to feel like a monster for one mistake. Tired of carrying all this shame alone while Emeka is somewhere in Lagos living his life like nothing happened. That night, I made a decision. I would find Emeka. Not because I loved him. That died the day he ran away. Not because I wanted him back. I wouldn't touch him if he was the last man on earth. But because he needed to know. He needed to see. He needed to face what he had done. And more importantly, this baby deserved to know its father, even if that father was a coward. Finding Emeka in Lagos was like looking for one fish in the ocean. I had no address, no phone number, nothing except a name and a dream. But I remembered something he had told me once, back when we were still talking, back when I still believed his lies. He said, I get one uncle in Lagos. Him dey sell spare parts for Ladipo market. When I don't arrange money, I go meet him, make him help me start business. Ladipo market. It wasn't much, but it was something. Sister Adana tried to stop me. Chidera, Lagos na dangerous place. You no know anybody there. You dey carry belle. Wetin you wan go find? The baby papa, sister, he need to know. He need to see. My dear, if the boy won't know, he for don't find you by now. He don't run. Make him go. Sister, I know they go for me. I dey go for my pikin. This baby go grow up one day. He go ask me, Mama, where papa dey? Wetin I go talk? Say, I no even try. Sister Dana looked at me for a long time. Then she sighed. She went into her room and came back with some money. Not much, but enough for transport and maybe a few days of food. Take this. When you reach Lagos, find one church, ask them for help. And please, Biko, come back safe. I hugged her. This woman, who was not my mother, but mothered me when my own mother threw me away. Thank you, sister. God go bless you. The next morning, I boarded a bus to Lagos. Lagos swallowed me whole. The noise, the crowds, the speed of everything. It was overwhelming. I had never left Onitsha before, never seen a city so big, so busy, so uncaring. I got to Ladipo Market around noon, my belly heavy, my legs swollen, my bag hanging off my shoulder. The market was massive. Hundreds, maybe thousands of shops selling car parts, electronics, everything you could imagine. How would I find one man here? I asked around. Abeg, you know Emeka. Him surname na Okoye. Him uncle dey sell spare parts for this market. Most people ignored me. Some laughed. One man even said, "This Lagos get thousands of Emeka. Which one you dey find? Your baby papa." He laughed at his own joke. I spent 3 days searching, sleeping under shop verandas at night, begging for food during the day. My money was running out. My strength was running out. My hope was running out. On the 4th day, I was ready to give up, ready to go back to Onitsha and accept that this was my life now. Single mother, street girl, object of shame. But then, just as I was heading to the motor park, I saw him, Emeka.
He was standing outside the shop, talking on a phone, laughing. He looks good, well-fed, well-dressed, happy. While I was living in hell, he was living his best life. Something inside me snapped. I walked up to him. He didn't see me at first, too busy laughing at whatever joke was on the phone. So I stood there, my pregnant belly visible for anyone with eyes to see, and I waited. Finally, he ended the call and turned and saw me. His face went white, actually white, like he had seen a ghost. Chidera. Hello, Emeka. He looked at my belly, looked back at my face, looked at my belly again. Waiting you dey do here? I come find you. Find me? His voice was shaking now. Why? I laughed, a bitter, broken sound. Why? You dey ask me why? Look me, Emeka. Look wetin you don do. I no understand. You no understand? I was shouting now. People were staring. I didn't care. I dey carry your pikin and you say you no understand? You run comot Onitsha like thief, leave me with belly and you say you no understand? Chidera, calm down. Calm down. My own mama throw me out of house. I don't suffer. I don't beg. I don't sleep for street. And you dey tell me make I calm down? Emeka looked around nervously. His face was a mixture of shame and anger and fear, mostly fear. Chidera, abeg no come here dey cause sin for me. I get life now. I don't move on. Move on? Move on? I moved closer to him, my finger pointing at his chest. You move on with who? Why like they carry your pikin like bedding? You move on? You be animal. You be heartless bastard. Look, I go give you money, he said quickly, pulling out his wallet. Make you come out for my front. He tried to hand me money, tried to buy my silence, buy his freedom. I slapped the money out of his hand. The bills scattered on the ground. Keep your blood money. I no come here for money. I come here make you see, make you know say na your pikin dey alive, make you know say you be father. Whether you like am or not, you be this baby papa. Emeka's face hardened. The mask slipped and I saw who he really was. Chidera, how I go even know say na my pikin? You think say you be the only girl I don't, you know? How I fit sure? The words hit me like a physical blow, like he had reached into my chest and squeezed my heart until it stopped beating. Waiting? I whispered. I mean, I know they say you be a shawo, but how I fit sure? You fit don dey see another person. I don't remember moving, don't remember raising my hand, but suddenly I was slapping him hard across the face, again and again. Na you alone I don't ever deal with. You be the only man wey don't touch me, the only one. People were pulling me back now, strong hands holding my arms, voices telling me to calm down. Emeka was holding his face, staring at me with something like hatred. You dey craze, he said quietly. Stay away from me. If you come near me again, I go call police. Then he turned and walked away. Just like that, walked away from me, walked away from his baby, walked away from his responsibility. I collapsed on the ground, surrounded by strangers, my pregnant belly heavy, my heart shattered into 1,000 pieces. A woman helped me up, an old mama who sold water nearby. "My pikin, you need help?" I nodded, unable to speak. She took me to her small space, gave me water, let me cry, and when I was done crying, when I had no tears left, she said something I would never forget. "That boy no deserve you, and your pikin no deserve him. You hear me? Sometimes, the people wey suppose dey for us go disappoint us, but that no mean say we go disappoint ourselves. You don already choose to keep that pikin. Now, choose to be strong for am. Na you and God now, and trust me, my daughter, that one don do." I went back to Onitsha the next day, back to Sister Adana's compound, back to my small room with the wooden cross on the wall. Sister Adana didn't ask questions. She just hugged me and said, "Welcome home." Home. It was the first time anyone had called any place my home since Mama threw me out. The months passed. My belly grew bigger. The stares continued. The whispers continued. But something had changed inside me. The confrontation with Emeka had broken something, yes, but it had also freed something. I stopped apologizing, stopped walking with my head down, stopped accepting shame that wasn't fully mine to carry. Yes, I had made a mistake. Yes, I had been foolish, but I was not a monster. I was not trash. I was a young woman who had loved the wrong person and was now doing her best to make things right. I started going to Sister Adana's church, a small Pentecostal church, different from the Winners' Chapel where Mama still went. The people there didn't know my story. They just saw a pregnant girl who needed God, and they welcomed me. I sang in the choir, helped clean the church, prayed every day for strength, for wisdom, for forgiveness, not from people, but from God and from myself. My due date approached. 9 months of carrying this pikin, 9 months of suffering, 9 months of transformation. Sister Adana hired a midwife. We couldn't afford the hospital, but the midwife was experienced. She said, "I don't born plenty pikin for this life. Your own go easy." It wasn't easy. Labor started on Thursday night. The pain was unlike anything I had ever experienced. It felt like my body was tearing apart from the inside. I screamed, I cried, I begged God to take the pain away. "Push," the midwife commanded. "Push, my daughter." Sister Adana held my hand, wiped my forehead, prayed over me in tongues. And then after 18 hours of agony, after I thought I would die, after I had cursed Emeka's name 1,000 times, I heard a cry, a baby's cry. "Na girl," the midwife announced, holding a small, wrinkled, beautiful creature covered in blood and vernix. My daughter. They cleaned her and placed her on my chest. She was so small, so perfect. 10 tiny fingers, 10 tiny toes, a small nose, eyes squeezed shut against the brightness of the world. And in that moment, lying exhausted on that mat in Sister Adana's room, holding my daughter for the first time, I knew that every single thing I had suffered was worth it. Every insult, every hungry night, every tear, every moment of shame, all of it worth it. Because she was here, she was alive, she was mine. I named her Chizaram. God has answered me. Because in the midst of all my pain, all my mistakes, all my suffering, God indeed had answered. Not in the way I expected, not by taking away the consequences of my choices, but by giving me strength to face them, by giving me this beautiful, innocent life to protect and love. 3 months after Chizaram was born, something happened that I never expected. I was at the market with Sister Adana, Chizaram strapped to my back with a wrapper, when I saw her. Mama. She was buying tomatoes at a store. She looked older, tired. Her wrapper hung loose on her body like she had lost weight. Our eyes met. For a moment, neither of us moved. We just stared at each other across the distance of 9 months, across the chasm of pain and anger and hurt. Then, slowly, Mama walked toward me. My heart was pounding. I didn't know what to expect. More curses, more rejection, more shame. But when Mama reached me, she didn't speak. She just looked at the baby on my back, looked at Chizaram's small face, peaceful in sleep. Waiting be her name, Mama asked quietly. Chizaram. Mama nodded slowly. Then, without warning, tears started rolling down her face. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "Chidera, I'm sorry." I couldn't speak, couldn't move, couldn't breathe. I've been angry," Mama continued, her voice breaking. "I've been disappointed. I've been fear for your future, but I no supposed throw you away. You be my daughter, my first pikin, and I throw you for streets like rubbish. I no fit forgive myself." "Mama, abeg, no talk yet, make I finish." Mama wiped her tears with the edge of her wrapper. "That boy will do this thing to you. Him no be man, him be coward. But this baby no do nothing wrong. And you strong pass waiting, I think. You choose am even when everybody tell you say you dey craze. Even when I tell you say you dey destroy your life, you still choose am." Mama reached out slowly, hesitantly, and touched Chizaram's small hand. "She fine," Mama whispered. "She look like you when you been small. You won't hold am?" Mama nodded, fresh tears flowing. I unwrapped Chizaram from my back and placed her in Mama's arms, my mother's arms, the arms that had once pushed me away. Mama held her granddaughter and wept, and I wept too. And Sister Adana wept, and people in the market were staring, but none of us cared. "Come back home," Mama said finally. "You and the baby, come back home." Life didn't become perfect after that. Mama and I still had hard conversations, still had moments of tension. The neighbors still whispered, people still judged. But I had my daughter. I had my mother back. I had Sister Adana. I had a reason to keep fighting. I went back to school, night school this time, while Mama watched Chizaram. It took me 3 extra years, but I finished secondary school. I passed my WAEC, not with the grades I would have gotten before, but I passed. I learned to braid hair from one of the women in our compound, started making small money, started saving. Chizaram grew. She learned to smile, to laugh, to call me Mama. Every milestone felt like a miracle. And Emeka, I never saw him again, never heard from him. And honestly, I stopped looking, stopped caring. He had made his choice. I had made mine. Sometimes late at night, I still wondered, was I wrong to keep my baby? Was I wrong to choose her life over my own comfort, my own future, my own dreams? But then I would look at Chizaram sleeping peacefully beside me, her small chest rising and falling, her face so innocent and perfect, and I would know the answer. No, I was not wrong. Yes, the road was hard. Yes, I lost things. Yes, I suffered. But I gained something too. I gained her. I gained strength I didn't know I had. I gained the knowledge that I could survive anything. My mother told me to abort, but I chose life. And life, with all its pain and all its beauty, chose me back. This story teaches us something important. Your value is not determined by your mistakes. Your worth is not defined by what people say about you. And sometimes, the hardest choices lead to the greatest blessings. Chidera made a mistake. She was young. She was naive.
She trusted the wrong person. But one mistake didn't make her worthless. One bad decision didn't destroy her humanity. We live in a world that is quick to judge, quick to condemn, quick to throw stones. But who among us has not made mistakes? Who among us is perfect? The real strength is not in never falling. It's in getting up after you fall. It's in choosing to do the right thing even when the right thing is the hardest thing. It's in protecting the innocent even when protecting them costs you everything. Chidera could have taken the easy way out. She could have drank that poison. She could have ended the pregnancy and continued her life as if nothing happened. But she chose differently. She chose courage. She chose life. She chose love. And yes, she suffered for it. But she also gained something that abortion could never give back. Her child, her dignity, her strength, and ultimately reconciliation with her mother. To every young person watching, your mistakes do not define you. Your past does not limit your future. And there is always hope even in the darkest moments. To every parent, your child needs your love most when they disappoint you. They need your guidance most when they make mistakes. Don't throw them away. Don't push them into the streets. Love them through their failures. To every young woman carrying an unplanned pregnancy, you are not alone. Your life is not over. Your baby is not a curse. You are stronger than you think. And there are people who will help you if you just reach out. Life is precious. Every life. Even the ones that begin in difficult circumstances. Even the ones that complicate our plans. Even the ones that cost us our dreams. Because sometimes those lives become our greatest dreams.